Welcome to Independence High School football in the first game of the 2018 season. The Independence Eagles take on the Oakland Patriots from Murfreesboro. I'm Matt Balzer, and with me is Clint Giserni.
Good evening, everybody. What a game, what a night. Couple ranked teams.
Yeah.
Good way to start off the season.
So, Oakland coming in at rank number 1, I saw.
I saw that myself, yes.
And Independence is trying to improve on a 6-6 season from last year after their first down year after a couple of dominating years in the standings. So here we are, the kickoff of the season.
Last year, the two teams opened up with each other over in Murfreesboro, with Oakland coming out on top 38-7.
And we're going to start off with a touchback.
Booming kick by the Eagles kicker, 19 Matt Rigney. Scratch that. Number 25, Weston Landry. Dual kickers this evening.
Well,
I guess Landry more of the kickoff, while Rigney the attempts in the place kick field goal.
Yeah.
All right.
And the pros in the 90s did that a lot. I know the Broncos had that.
That's right.
So here we go. So Oakland starts with the ball on their own 20.
Under center is number 2 for the Patriots, Brevin Linnell, a senior quarterback. And it's a wing tee, and the first handoff, nice stick. About a game of maybe
Carter
maybe
Runyon with the tackle. It looks like no gain on that.
No gain. Nice first. How do you do by the Eagles? Okay.
Now, is Oakland's is a predominantly run team, aren't
yeah,
they?
they're out of the wing tee. Last year's quarterback was dual threat. I know he, with the misdirections, with the handoffs, a lot of keeps. I'm not sure about this one.
Again.
This one comes to number 6 around the end, and that is Justin Jefferson, and he's broken it down the sideline. And it looks like he's going to go all the way, people.
So just like that, Oakland takes a 6-0 lead with 11:22 remaining in the first quarter. There was a couple opportunities in the backfield for the Eagles to get him there, but
it's not really a reverse in a wing tee. It's a quite common play. Sometimes they call it a scissor, sometimes they call it a stretch. And he went quite parallel with the line quite a bit, but once he got to the edge, he turned it upfield, and there was not an Eagle that could put a hand on him. All right, so 6-0 Patriots early, kicking for the Patriots is number 95, Garrett Taylor, senior, and he knocks it through. All right, so with 11:22, just short time off the clock, 38 seconds, the Patriots go on top of the Eagles, 7-0.
Not the way you want to start out if you're Independent, but the beauty of football is that you get the ball right now.
That's right. And I think even though, Coach Blade's known for the spread, throwing the ball, I think probably the best defense for the Eagles tonight could be balanced attack, or at least short passes, converting first downs, and keeping the Oakland offense off the field.
Get the ball in your playmakers' hands and try to get some big chunk plays.
All right. Playmaker for the Eagles tonight, as all should know, is 4-star recruit TJ Sheffield, who is committed to Big Ten Purdue. He's back deep, waiting for the kick.
TJ was originally signed at Notre Dame, and then with some miscommunication, and then did a great job and signed with Purdue right after.
Yeah,
he was a really sought-after recruit.
The Boilermakers never lost contact even after he had that commitment. So it was good that they kept in touch, because a couple late teams like Pitt and Syracuse also joined in the fray. But he said he went with Purdue because they never gave up on him.
Yeah.
All right. Taylor's kick for the Patriots. It's got to be high and short. Looks like possibly returnable.
And
nope. Carried about a yard over into the end zone. So it'll be a touchback. Eagles will start on their own 20.
Now, this is Nathan Sisko is the quarterback for the Eagles. And He's a senior this year. And he is a commit to Idaho?
Idaho. Right, the Vandals.
Yeah.
I believe they are at the FCS level after a few years at the FBS level.
Uh-huh.
But still, it's a, comparable size school, level with Chattanooga,
Yeah.
Murray State. So, it's just a second level down, but let's see what Cisco brings to the table this year. Last year he threw for many touchdowns, but also he had trouble with some picks.
And Sheffield's going to be brought down for a 6-yard loss or so. And he was tackled by number 7 for the Patriots, Joseph Anderson. So right there, they just kind of broke through the line. So nothing doing on that play.
I'm unaware of his name, but the Patriots were blessed with a late summer transfer from Siegel, who was one of the top defensive linemen in the state. I believe a UT commitment.
And pass is incomplete. Looks like it was intended for Collier.
All right, broken up by Oakland's Dearnay McDonald, number 19.
Ball looked to be a little bit underthrown, but Collier did a good job not letting that ball get picked off.
The matchup a lot of people are hoping to look for is Independence Sheffield against Oakland's number 5, Woody Washington. Woody Washington is an Oklahoma commit. And it looks like he's coming off the edge. And yes, it is Washington who has come blindsided and sacks Cisco down at his own 5.
Being committed to Oklahoma, I heard they play good football there. They're kind of known for that down in Oklahoma.
Sooner or later, I thought that one might come out.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Okay, so the Eagles are pinned deep. Not a very good opening drive for Independence. They have 4th and, 24 from their own 7. Oh, just got it off.
Just got it off. The line drive. This is returnable.
And that is Woody Washington on the return.
And he's going to be taken down about the 32.
About a 10, 12-yard return for Washington. Now a bad job of getting the punt off by number 38, Thomas Murray, for the Eagles. All right, so Eagles defense. Okay, maybe they make a stand here and keep the Patriots from driving. Turnover would be great now because with the number 1 team in the state coming in, it's hard to come back from a 14-0 hole.
You don't want to get down. I mean, like you can't, because then it changes what you do. So it's going to be another one, and it looks like he's going to be taken down about the 4-yard line. That was
Jefferson as well.
Jefferson again.
That was a little slice. Jefferson's been lining up on the left wing and just coming back underneath the quarterback. One time went wide, one time he cut it up off the right tackle, and he takes that down to about the 4, pickup of 25 plus. So we have 1st and goal at the Eagle 4.
So yeah, I mean, the thing about what Oakland does and what they're doing here is that if you just have to run the ball, it's much tougher to make mistakes. And if you can run the ball effectively, that's all you need to do.
Now this Oakland team looks very physical, very, very large.
And he's going to be stopped about the 1-yard line.
Okay, that was I believe number 26, Xavier Myers, got the carry, a senior, and he wiggles down to about the 1.5 or so. So we have 2nd and goal, short distance. They have an I back, little I formation behind the quarterback, double tight. And this goes to the deep back, and that is number 4 who takes it in, Mookie Wilson.
Met legend, you're right. Center field. However, Mookie gets the Patriots on the board with another 6, and just like that, with 8:54 remaining in the first quarter, Oakland Patriots waiting on the extra point, 13.
The Eagles 0. And it's a kind of a unique extra point formation that the Eagles are going to have to react to before they come back in. They spread it. Now they condense to your more traditional extra point.
And that one is no good.
That extra point got pushed wide right.
So that's going to make it 13-0. Oakland with 8:54 remaining in the first. So, yeah, the Eagles catch a small break on that with the extra point going wide there. So, but the defense definitely has to pick it up here. They need to. They need to make sure that the defense needs to make sure that they kind of fix that. They need to get a punt on the next possession.
About the missed extra point for the Patriots, I know that the kicker who the Oakland High School had last year had gone over 100 in a row. He was a senior, so that's probably something that they haven't seen in quite a while, a mixed point after attempt by their kickers.
Yeah. I'm glad we're able to witness it here.
Yes. All right, well, Sheffield's going to return deep. He's going to be flanked by number 6, Collier, Isaiah Collier, another senior, and number 7, Caden Williams, a junior. Looks like they have some speed back there. Just can they get to utilize it?
Here comes the kick.
This one, yep, as well. Carries about midway into the end zone. Another touchback.
So see if the Eagles do something a little bit different on this drive. What do you think they should just come out and pass, or do you think that they're going to keep on trying to run it because it looks like they're trying to get Sheffield to the edge?
Yeah, they have to get him out in some space because he's an athlete that matches up favorably with the Oakland athletes. The thing last drive was they really took no time off the clock.
Yeah.
So they have to somehow get their defense a little break and move the chains. And it looks like we got Collier with a little end around, and he's breaking a tackler too. However, the pursuit is very good, and the Patriot defense string them out, maybe a gain of 1. I mean, he's quick, but Oakland they just kind of fought through the commotion and met him before he could turn it upfield. So we have a 2nd and we'll call it 9 for the Eagles.
So it looks like there's timeout.
Looked like it was a
Equipment issue?
Equipment or referee time. Nathan Sisko came over to the sideline, and he's going to be out for a player.
So Jackson Campbell goes in there for the Eagles.
Jackson Campbell, sophomore. He is a non-traditional quarterback number 39. All right, so let's see if Campbell's ability back there could help them move the ball a little. So Campbell's got to take the shotgun snap roll to his right.
And there was a flag on the play, so.
Okay, yeah. Offsides Oakland. That's a
okay.
positive.
There you go.
So if you could get a better 2nd and short instead of 2nd and long, that could help the Eagles out with this drive.
Coachman on the defense.
They're going to keep him in there under center?
Yeah, they're working something on Sisko's knee. Looked like they're wrapping maybe a thigh here on our sideline. Trainer Brandy Williams. He ran over, didn't look gingerly, but
yeah,
possibly maybe it was a equipment issue because they're taping up his left knee pad. All right, had a nice little quick trap. Nice play. That is Tyrus, number 27 for your Eagles.
Tyrus Jackson.
Tyrus Jackson.
There we go.
6-foot senior, 211 pounds. Nice little inside trap. Moves the chains. That's what you do when within a very aggressive up-the-field defense. You put a little trap, They come up, you trap that guy flying through the gap, and it opens up a hole. Nice play call.
Yeah, I like that. Campbell comes in, shows poise. I mean, even just handing the ball off. Sophomore coming in your first varsity action just like that.
So Cisco back in. Another handoff to Williams. And this time maybe about a gain of 2. A little like a little cross buck, a little fake to the right, and Williams delayed back counter to the left. Okay, so we have about a 2nd and 8.
So went to Jackson twice in a row. And we'll see. Because, they need to be able to run up the middle somewhat because they have to open the outside up for Sheffield and Collier. And so if they get that up the middle, they're going to be in better shape.
Keeping the safeties honest and inside instead of helping out on the
oh no, picked off and ball
fumble.
Was loose.
Oh.
And they picked it up.
All right, well, they looked like they were setting up somewhat of a screen, and Cisco did not see the big lineman, number 68 for the Patriots, Jalen Willard. Big kid, 6 foot, 240. Eyes lit up on that pick.
He saw the end zone.
If not for a touchdown-saving tackle by Isaiah Collier, who forced the fumble, but following the play was, again, Oakland's, so far tonight, do-it-all, Justin Jefferson, who came up with the fumble recovery, so Oakland maintained possession. Oakland 1st and 10, just outside the Eagles' 10-yard line. They're from the 11. With number 2, Linnell under quarterback. And this is a quick handoff to 26 for the Xavier Miles, takes it into the end zone. 1 play, 11 yards, touchdown, Patriots.
Xavier Myers, number 26.
We'll see if they go for 2 on this one.
Oakland's big. Oakland is very big. The Eagles are undersized up front, but they're making it look easy. All right, well, number 95, Myers back on to try the point after. And this time he connects. So, 7:22 left of the first quarter. The Eagles are in quite the hole. 20 for the Patriots, 0 for the homestanding Eagles.
And a lot of these Eagles are new to varsity play this year, and that's something to kind of remember as the season kind of moves along here, because this is the first game out of the year, and and you're playing against the best. And Oakland is a powerhouse. Did they win last year?
They got beat in the semifinal by Maryville, the state champion.
Yeah.
And people said that was probably the state championship game because Maryville did not really have a problem with Cane Ridge out of Nashville. The final, I think that was a 49-7 type of result.
Yeah.
I think the
semifinal was
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say that was a 14-10 or a 17-14 Maryville win against Oakland last year. Well,
yeah, at this point, but you can't. But that's the thing, is that you can't gauge the season on the first quarter. The Eagles have themselves a hole, but something tells me that they're not done fighting for this game.
No, not at all. And even if the result doesn't go their way, they have to think about execution. They have to think about doing things right, because next week they're playing their cross-town rival.
Yeah, that's big time. They're going to have to get pumped up for that.
Yeah. All
so
right.
20-0, 7:22 remaining in the first quarter.
Garrett Taylor's been busy tonight. 3 kickoffs, 3 PAT attempts, and he puts this one through the back of the end zone. So Independence again will be starting on their own 20 after the touchback.
See, and it doesn't help because the Eagles' the last 2 possessions have been given the Patriots a very short field.
They had a spark. They had a couple good positive run plays. Last possession, they can't afford a turnover against this team, especially after being down 2 scores. That's such an inopportune time to have your first of the evening. All right, so we have Cisco back under center. It looks like Kobe Logan, senior linebacker running back, is flanking him to his left. Sheffield in motion. Here's the inside handoff. Here goes Logan, and he's a hard runner. Okay. Logan, number 3, he moves the chains, about a 10, 12-yard gain. Another
It's a
first
great
down.
play.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's open for them a little bit. And if they can just keep on.
Yeah, they're enticing the Oakland down lineman upfield, and it's just creating that natural, a gap or hole in the line that, a little delayed handoff can sneak through. Looks like Sheffield's in the backfield now with Collier out wide. Nope, now that Sheffield goes in motion.
And it's picked off.
Interception. Cisco intended for Collier. However, very good play, very good defense. This is not even their All-American player. Another defensive back comes up with the pick. I caught the name as they have about 90 kids dressed on this roster. So sorry for the delay, but it's number 19, Daree McDonald, the junior. So Oakland takes over at the 39 after the second interception by the defense this evening. This is a little short handoff to Xavier Myers. He bounces it outside. There's a flag on the play coming back, and before the flag, he picks up about 6 or 7.
See if this one's coming back.
Peyton Williams, number 7, on the tackle for the Eagles. Second down.
We have a hold on the offense, so they're going to probably take the yards and bring it back.
Ball on the Patriots.
One thing about this year's Eagles squad that has been unlike some of their more successful years in the back, they have several of their best players going both ways. In the last few years, you didn't see that too many. Maybe 1 or 2 at strategic times of the game, but not full time. You didn't see running back, linebackers, cornerbacks, receivers really not leave the field. So I hope that doesn't wear down these guys tonight.
Yeah. And but you have to put your best players in the field.
Right.
And
yeah, that's why, in practice, they need the competition. They need kids to step up so they don't have to, have just the single-way players.
So 6:20 remaining. 1st and 20.
This is Linnell's first pass attempt, and he hits number 5, Woody Washington, on the left outside. Washington takes it upfield, close to his first down, about a yard or 2 short. They gave him some room. They let him catch, but he took advantage of the cushion and got back everything they lost, plus about 2 or 3 more. So it will now be 2nd and 1 from the Oakland 48.
Second down and 1 to go.
So the first pass play was successful. I bet you now with 2nd and short, we're going to see a steady dosage of run.
All right, now this is inside handoff again. Myers, not bad by the defense, but he's just a big fullback. Just his sheer size makes him fall forward. Gain of 2 or 3, first down Oakland.
Blackburn with a good tackle on it.
All right, so we're at the Oakland ball, 6 minutes and under now at the Eagle 49. All right, out of the wing tee, and again, just Washington flanked to the left. That looked like a little motion, but no flag. Oh, nice. Here we got a late flag coming in.
I think there's a hold in the backfield of number 66.
Hey, nice tackle by Jack Phillips. Came up from his linebacker position and filled the gap and took him down, even without the penalty. Very good defensive play.
Right.
All right, so another costly penalty by the Patriots, even though with the score being 20-0, I don't believe that Patriots coaching staff would be very happy about the undisciplined play.
Yeah, I mean, this is first game of the year for them. They got to take care of that stuff themselves, because that Rutherford County.
Oh my goodness.
That's a gauntlet.
Yes, it is, and I know that this year they actually played Maryville in the regular season.
Hey,
So
if you want to be the best, man, you got to beat the
That's
best.
So here we go. Oh, new quarterback under center, number 13 for the Patriots, Victor Stevenson. More of a shifty keep-it runner. He's a sophomore.
57, Drew Cannon on the stop.
And Drew Cannon makes the stop on him. So,
And that was a good job kind of closing that hole and getting that tackle.
yeah, he little fake, little misdirection in the backfield. He kept it around right side, and Cannon stayed home and took him down. So we're still second and long, second and 15 from their Oakland High School 46. Lindell back under center, and he drops back.
And he's going deep. And
Incomplete. He had two to choose from. You had Sheffield kind of going off the Woody Washington, who was running down the seam, with Jefferson flaring out. Ball was intended for Jefferson, but maybe just out of reach. Hey, good play by the defense.
Sheffield did a good job just getting just in the way of that play. So it brings up third down, third and long, so
All right.
third and 14.
Yeah.
So if the Eagles can get a stop here,
Sheffield's ability to close from one receiver to the other helped out there. All right. That was Jefferson in motion, another pass.
and
That's
picked off.
Good job. Here we go.
And there we go. So the Eagles
Now-
with the turnover.
I believe that might have been number 20, Jack Phillips. Or 20, Alex Becker,
I think
28.
it was Alex Becker.
Alex Becker, number 28.
See, I got these
He's a
new
senior.
glasses, and so, but I still can't. I have, I hit 40.
What a young pup you are.
I know, right? so, and I almost got bifocals.
Readers.
Well, they looked at me and they said, you're close. You're close to getting bifocals. You can just kind of, if you want to, you can just kind of look past it. So.
My optometrist said the same thing. He goes, you're lasting a little longer than I thought, but it's going to come. So that's what you get when you're in your 40s. All right, well, Alex Becker, big play. You might say it was good as a punt, but if it was just a short punt.
Yeah.
Eagles are going to have decent field position now at their own 37. We are looking at a timeout by the Patriots, and it is first and 10 Eagles with 4:39 to play from their own 37.
So, at this point, you'll take absolutely any momentum because I know Scott, and he is and he's seen everything as a head coach, and I'm sure this game he's not thinking about anything past the play that's happening, and so he doesn't. He's probably not even paying attention to the scoreboard right now. He just wants. He's trying to get better.
Yeah.
Because honestly, nothing matters until you hit the playoffs and you're one and done.
Right. This is right now execution momentum, not just for this game, gain confidence against arguably the best team in the state.
Yeah.
To take you through the season. All right, we have Cisco in the shotgun. We got Sheffield in motion, takes the handoff around the right side. He gets to turn the corner. He gets a spin.
Nice run by TJ Sheffield. It looked like they were going to get him, but he reversed field there quickly and made it to an 8-yard gain. So some success there.
He planted the foot and turned it upfield, and nice run by Sheffield. Good play, positive yards. We're looking at 2nd and 1 from the Eagle 46.
Threatening to get in the Oakland territory for the first time tonight.
We are very heavy to the right side. We got a twins formation with a fullback, and nice throw by Cisco to Collier, or is that? Yeah, that is Collier fighting for yards. Isaiah Collier.
And that's a great play, and picking up about 15 yards on that catch. Nice little slant route, and that's what you need to have. You find the hole that the defense gives you. Because if you look at every single time that the play comes out there, there's going to be – that was a little zone defense that Oakland was playing there, and there's going to be a hole in it.
All right, and Collier, he's not big in stature, but he could move, and he fought. He kept his feet going, and he picked up another 3 or 4 yards after the contact. All right, Cisco, little quick hit to Sheffield on the left. Sheffield makes a move, and Sheffield takes it up positive yards. Here we go. We got down to about the Oakland 31. We're going to look at a 2nd and 2, maybe a 3.
Get the ball in your playmaker's hands.
Get it out quick.
Yeah. When you have with the line as athletic as Oakland's, you have to make sure that you're not, because Cisco will be running for his life if he holds on the ball for too long. So get that ball out quickly, get it into Collier or Sheffield, and yeah.
Very hard to have that traditional 5-7 step drop back pass against such an aggressive, fast Oakland defense. So again, this time it's Tyrus Jackson again. He keeps turning his feet, and he has about an 8-yard gain for a first down.
So and that's a great play. And if you notice, once and there's a player for Oakland down, you hate to see this, but now that they started off being able to get some yardage up the middle, and with that, it opened up the pass game somewhat.
Yeah, I believe possibly the Oakland player down might have been the interior lineman that was trapped. I think he took a big lick to open up Jackson's hole for about another 8 or 9 yards in that first down. So the Eagles, while we have an injury timeout, are knocking on the door of the Patriot red zone. First time this evening.
Now this looks like a little bit. It looks like that you just came. I mean, first game of the year jitters, but get back in there. You want to make sure that you try to cut the lead. I mean, it helps out that they got a little momentum there by getting the interception. Now moving down here, getting some positive yardage. So hopefully, looks like we're looking at his.
Here comes maybe looking like more of a specialist, a doctor that is walking across from the Independent sideline to the downed Oakland player.
So, I feel like a couple sprinkles right now, Coach.
Yeah, I looked at the hourly. It was hit and miss, some low percent until late this evening through the morning hours. Happy to get it in, hopefully.
Yeah.
I know what lightning delays do. A couple years ago, Centennial High School, the Eagles had to finish up the next night against the Cougars, and just you being a coach and me being an old outside coach, it's the worst thing when you have lightning delays.
Oh, hey, I've had a few of those on the tennis courts.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you this: if there's a lightning delay, our broadcast will probably stop.
Yeah, it's something you don't want to mess around with.
No, especially as I tell my kids, we have these tripods that are made of metal. So let me take this opportunity to I'm going to go ahead and introduce our crew up here, and then I'm going to have our director probably stop the card, and we'll pick it up here. But right now on camera we have Caleb West and Bella Gordon, a couple of level 2 students. They've spent their Friday nights with us, and down directing is actually IHS alumni James Robertson, and running graphics is Garrett Fee. And we'll have some other people running cameras, and we've had Maddox King up here, we've had Aaron McCraw up here, and Ashley Lynch up here helping out tonight. So, but James, go ahead and pause the card right now. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we're going to come back after this injury, and we'll let you know anything that we know. Okay, so looks like that it was Joseph Anderson for Oakland that went down there, and I'm guessing it was something like concussion protocol or things like that. But he came off of it on his own power.
He's
so
a
that's
big
good
kid,
to see.
6'4", 260 listed on the program. Thankfully, he walked off his own power. We're back to live action with now the inside handoff to the right side now to Tyrus Jackson. Looks like Oakland's maybe make a little adjustment on that, maybe not getting upfield too fast. But that time still positive yards, good pickup, gain of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Clock's running. We're near the 2-minute point in the first quarter. 2nd and 7 for your Eagles. All right, and I can see now, they're calling the plays. They're taking a little time off clock. Not only does it keep the defense off the field a little, also gives them rest, catch the breath. Okay? Up tempo's great, but
if it's not working, you
Right.
gotta adjust, and I think that they recognize that. So
Cisco with the snap. This time Sheffield
Sheffield
to the right.
reverses
He reverses.
field.
It's going to be a
He's
race
got
to the
some room.
pylon.
And Sheffield's going to
Yep.
score! Touchdown!
Here we go.
Touchdown, Eagles!
Now that is pure athleticism. It was an inside handoff. Sheffield was out on the left off the wing, takes it all the way to the right. He is stopped. He reverses field, takes it all the way back to the left, and he outraces the Oakland defensive back, dives to the pylon for the Independents' first touchdown of the night and the first touchdown of the season.
And what was great about that play is that he did not have anywhere to run, and so he just reversed his field and scored, and the kick is up. It's good. And the Eagles get the lead down to Oakland 20, Independent 7. That's just, that's why he was such a sought-after recruit.
You're right, yeah. You can't teach speed,
No.
which he has. Nice booming extra point by Matthew Rigney. Okay, hopefully he'll be busy this year. He's a senior.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll have Weston Landry. They have a deep kicking roster on this Independent squad. Weston Landry will hand off the kickoff duties. So Eagles are on the board with 1:30 left in the first quarter. Still striking distance, 20-7.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
and to me, half the battle is just getting on the board. And now that they have that taken care of, it's time for them to, and the defense knows, hey, we're getting some support from our offense, and they're going to move on. And who knows?
Right.
Get this within a possession game. We're at 2 possessions right now.
Oh, right. Early.
Yeah.
And, it's a big weight off their shoulders. Now, all right, settle down. We're not goose-egged. We see we could play with them. Let's just play football now. Take the first game jitters, their number one type of team. Remember last year's game out of it. Let's just play football. Landry's kickoff.
And that's going to be a touchback. Great kickoff. See, I just think that's the best weapon in high school football because it guarantees you know where you're going to start from.
Patriots coming out to the 20.
See, I'd be on the kickoff team because they would be getting my wind sprints in.
You need the guy with a finger on the ball holding it off the tee.
If it's windy, you got to have the guy if it's
right.
windy. Who else you got? I designate my.
That's right.
But you got to make sure that you're on the right side of the ball because if you have a right-footed kicker, you got to make sure you never know what's going to happen.
Still 2 in the backfield. Here's a handoff to Myers. Oh, no.
And Myers gets
tripped up. Thankfully, number 3 for your Eagles,
Colby
Kobe Logan.
So Logan there with a touchdown-saving tackle.
That was just a hard run that, they had numbers on that side. Our Independence tacklers could not disengage, and it was just one-on-one, and Logan was able to chip him up from his safety spot to either stop a touchdown or run a really, really big play.
Mm-hmm. So first and 10, but got to make that play.
It's a pickup about 17, 18. And now here's a little flare pass by Linnell out to the left side. And it is caught by Washington, the Oklahoma commit. Another first down yardage right to midfield. So 2 back-to-back about 12, 15-yard plays. And Oakland's look like they're back in business. We are under a minute at 58 seconds.
And they're obviously, they're playing off of Washington quite a bit there because his speed and his athleticism, they're obviously, don't want to give up those big plays. But the problem is if you give up 12 yards on every single down, then it's
right.
They're just taking more time to score, so they'll have to find a way to stop it.
So here's a nice little tight bunch formation. That's a handoff to number 4, Mookie Wilson. And Wilson takes it about close to another first down, about 9.5. Tough run. He had a lot of Eagles hanging off him, or he, busted through.
And the clock did not move on that last down.
No, it did not. I think the officials now have just, they're telling the clock operator, here we go, let's run it. And I will probably remain running because it was not a first down stop the clock play. So second and very short. With the clock running with this distance, you would expect maybe to go over the top. Which, no, it's a handoff And this time it is number 26, Myers again. Again, the 5'10", 190-pound senior. And he has the yard plus about 12 more. So first down at the Eagle 29. And the clock resumes running under 30.
So the Eagles need to get some sort of stop here because you don't want to give up another touch before the end of the first quarter. So this should be the last play of the first quarter.
Yeah, and this is a fake reverse, and number 6 takes it. Justin Jefferson, the Patriot who scored on the first play of the game. He takes it back underneath on that wing tee. It's kind of called a slice. You fake the direction one way, and the quarterback does a complete a complete 360 and hands it off back inside.
So 20-7, Oakland at the end of the first quarter. Game started out really bad for the Eagles, but with that positive offensive drive there, it shows that they can hang with this Oakland team, but they got to figure out Oakland on defense.
Yeah, if you could get Oakland, I believe, into some true long situations, whether it was induced by penalty on their one drive that was stopped via interception, make the quarterback beat you. These backs are quick. Their misdirection is good, and they're powerful. Their line is big. It's not the best for an undersized yet determined Eagle defense to fight against all evening.
Yeah. So do you have any stats? Well, I got to tell you something. It's weird to have you back up here on the box because
it's been a couple of years.
It's been a few years, and you took a lot of time off from being our statistician. And but tonight, instead of doing the stats, you're there. Oh, hey, it's the Giserni family.
2, the wife and the young daughter. The other daughter is going to cheer with the Independence cheerleaders.
Oh, that's fun.
Because the little ones get to cheer tonight for being part of the Independence High School cheerleading camp this summer.
Oh, that's exciting. Looks like Sutton is really, looks like she's into it. I don't know if is that a cheerleading move, being hugged by another cheerleader. So you got 2 daughters. I have a 1-month-old daughter right now.
Welcome, congratulations.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the Girl
Thank
Club.
you.
I know your son is up and growing big, and
I think he's going to be taller than you in about 2 years, I think.
More than likely, yes.
And that's not a cut down on you. Kid's huge.
He's in that percentile, isn't he?
Yeah. He's taller than some 5-year-olds, and that's the truth. Yeah. So
it's good that both families are doing well. It's early in the school year, getting off of that summer, lull. So this is a good night out for us.
That's great.
All right. Oh, looks like a little broken
Busted play.
And Linnell keeps it, and he breaks through some tackles just where the Eagles possibly could have had a
I think
drop.
We got another hold on that one, though. With a busted
flag.
play, a lot of time for something to be successful.
Yeah, and Linnell was determined. He kind of broke through some Eagles.
It's another hold against Oakland. I tell you what, the Eagles are some of the Eagle linemen. I wonder if that's if Ethan Copps is up there, wreaking a little havoc up there on the defensive line. But they're kind of getting some holds against them. So whatever it takes.
I see we have some, same numbers. I see for the Eagles, running back Tyrus Jackson look like he's playing a little D tackle or sometimes linebacker. They are moving around a lot of players, trying to hopefully come up with an answer. So now it's 2nd and long, 2nd and 11 for your Oakland Patriots.
And that was Ethan Copps just running off the field. Looks like
Linnell on the gun. He fakes the handoff. Little flare back to the right in the flat. 23 reception by the Patriots. First time we'll call B.J. Connor's name tonight. Junior out of the backfield. And he does move the chains.
First down now for the Patriots.
So, seems like Oakland, whoever they dial up, seems to be able to get the job done.
They do not run short on playmakers.
No, they do not. And that's the thing. They could put some guys out wide, and you have to respect them, and you're underneath that, and you're going to have some daylight. Washington up top, and Sheffield's going out to check him. Linnell under center. A little motion. And this is a quick handoff to Mookie Wilson. Mookie Wilson is met quickly. Maybe struggles for about 1, possibly 1.5.
What I like about both teams and the running backs is that once there's first contact, they don't stop.
Right.
And because you have to go for that extra yard, and so like Wilson on that play definitely was going for that extra yard.
Independence comes in with some size. 76, Trooper Hagan comes in. Defensive line looks like he's going to be on the center's nose. Hopefully that will help clog things up for some linebackers to make some plays. Back at quarterback is the sophomore, though. And it looks like he's keeping the ball, and he does, number 13, about to pick up a 4. I would say that Independence, when he comes in, they're going to have to be aware of the quarterback keep.
So it brings up 3rd down here. And here comes a big play for Independence because you would love to be able to hold them to a field goal attempt.
Right, and especially with the missed PAT, it may not be a given from this distance. Linnell back in, or running back into the huddle for the Patriots. And about a 3rd and 2 from the Eagle 8. One in the backfield is Myers. And he takes the handoff off left tackle. And he's going to bust it outside, and there's nobody to stop him. Touchdown, Xavier Myers. About an 8-yard run through the left side.
Patriot touchdown, Xavier Myers carrying it in.
Let's go bring it up to 26-7, pending the extra point.
You're asking a defensive back that might be 3/4 of the size of Myers to do a lot. Myers is a big kid, and it was just. He fended him off with a stiff arm and just couldn't get him by the jersey. Mm-hmm. All right, so it looks like Oakland here will be trying for 2 to get back to that true 3-touchdown lead. Linnell in the gun, Myers to his right, and Linnell's going to roll right. He's pressured and knocked down Logan. Good play breaking on it to break up the conversion attempt.
So that was a good job. So that was, okay. So it breaks it 26-7. It's a 19-point lead. So 3-possession game.
All right, and if the Eagle offense could replicate their last drive, positive yards, not too rush, giving a chance for some of these two-way players to be more effective by catching the win. And keep an Oakland defense on the field, that offense off of it, move the chains, and just maybe match some scores and play for breaks later on. Keep it in striking distance, and I think 2 scores is, a 2-score deficit could be within striking distance for this, at times high-powered Eagle offense.
So 9:33 remaining here. And no idea what could be the holdup here.
No, the referees kind of inform the Eagles, hold up a second, don't run out too fast yet. We have the trainers going out on the field. Going to a referee located near the end zone on the far side, the Oakland side of the field. We're talking left to right on your radio dial.
Officials timeout.
It is an official timeout. It looks like possibly
divot?
maybe a blood smeared piece of tape, cloth that has to be taken care of with protocol.
Jason Lewis, Drew Henry, Tracy Slade, and David St. Charles for all their hard work for Independence Athletics. They support the IAC by purchasing from the concession stand.
That's something new to me.
100% of the proceeds go back into all.
How are the girls doing down there?
Well, Sutton just went. She got held up, and now it's Blair's turn.
Oh, Blair's
and
up
Blair
high.
has her hands up saying, "Go Eagles." Blair,
Now, will Sutton and Blair attend Independence?
well, I hope they do. They aren't zoned for it right now with our neighbor school. However,
Yeah.
we could put them on the track to go to Heritage and continue through there.
I know that the Grindstaff family is doing that,
Correct.
and they live very close to you, so I hope so.
Ryan Staff time 4 girls.
You know, yeah,
Kick
that's
goes into the end zone. Ball comes out to the 20.
Elizabeth Grindstaff, let's see, I don't want to say the old-fashioned 50s course, home ec. More of a
the family consumer science. Actually, it's the sports science, the sports health and nutrition classes.
her and American history teacher, AP honors, Natty Leonard do a wonderful job with the IHS cheerleaders. All right, now with 9:33 left to go before half, the Eagles look to respond to that last Patriot score. Eagles down 26-7, 1st and 10 from their own 20. Not quite an empty backfield. Cisco and shotgun behind the center. He gives to number, I think that's Kobe Logan, number 3. Should have been a face mask. However, he fights through the face mask and takes it for about 20 yards.
Yeah, he's saying, "Hey, you're not supposed to do that."
Oh. So, huge, big run against a pretty physical Oakland defense. We've been a lot more successful on the ground tonight than through the air, which is, kind of uncanny in the past years for a Scott Blade offense. All right, so positive yards. 1st and 10 from the Eagle 40. 9-10 in running. All right, Logan again. This time he's met in the backfield. I believe the Oakland Patriots, said, okay, we'll gamble on that same play, and they gambled correctly. So loss of 1. All right, 2nd 11. Back to the Eagle 39.
So it looks like they're speeding it up a little bit now.
All right, Oakland in your traditional 3 down, 4 linebackers. They find their pass drops. Oh, not a good read by Cisco because Collier had 2 all over him,
Including
Oklahoma commit Washington. And he wasn't the one that made the break on it.
No.
Jalen Locklear, number 3, the free safety, 6'1", 185, dove for an interception, but went through his arms. So now we're looking at a tough play here. 3rd and 11, and now the Oakland defense could pin back their ears and come hard at Cisco. This is Collier in motion, fake inside, and this is a delay handoff to Tyrus Jackson, and he fights back for maybe 3, so we're having 4th and about 8.
Tyrus Jackson on the carry for the Eagles. That's going to bring up 4th down.
So Sheffield came off right before that play. So
all right, so Oakland's going to get the ball back at the 8-minute mark by the time this punt goes off. Back deep for the Patriots is Washington, number 5. He's standing at his own 20. And he's pressured good, but he gets the punt off, too, that they got pressure
great
on.
punt, too.
And he gets the roll, and Independence downs it at the Oakland 19.
That was a good punt, shifted field position there. So 7:46 remaining, 26-7. Oakland is beating beating the Eagles. So what we're hoping is a reverse of Super Bowl 51. Was that it? The Patriots, when the Patriots were down big?
To the Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
So we're hoping a reverse of that where the Patriots are up a little bit big. And the Bird team
comes back. Right. That would be a very good ending for a start of a football season.
I'm guessing that was a top 20 in your life moment that night.
Up until about the start of the 4th quarter, it was a bottom 20. All right.
But that's what makes it so good, right?
That's right. Linnell's pass to Jefferson in the left flat gets tipped around, incomplete. Collier was all over him, so even with the catch, I believe Collier would have been on his back in a short gain. So good coverage. 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. Your Chiefs are going to be known for their speed this year, I've been reading.
Well, that's what they have.
They picked up, what's his name? Sammy Watkins, is that
We got
correct?
Sammy Watkins and Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill has been there,
and
right?
Kareem Hunt.
Here comes a slice again, 23.
Oh, almost
he breaks
had him
a
in the
tackle.
backfield.
And 23 for the Patriots.
And nice.
TJ Connard, and he is big gain to the Eagle side of the field.
Yeah.
Connard on the carry for the Patriots.
So, well,
He broke a tackle with about
Yeah.
4 yards, and from there he took it across the field, and he got forced out at the Independence
Folks, give it up one more
43.
time for
Big
some
gain
of the
for
hardest
Connard.
working athletes and performers in the house. The Independence Eagles cheerleaders and dance team. Give it up for them, including our many cheerleaders out here tonight.
Well, I mean, they've been cycling Mookie Wilson, Xavier Myers, Connard, when they come in with the other quarterback. It's a tough lane to stop. And here comes number 3, Jalen Locklear, the free safety, who takes it 43 yards for his touchdown. I don't think there's a back on this Oakland team that can't take it the distance.
Flag on the play.
There is a flag.
Well,
Jalen
you know,
Locklear on the carry.
if they, that's one thing is that they have definitely not been doing a great job
Yeah.
of avoiding the penalties. So sometimes those holes, they're there for a reason.
Well, I believe that one is either getting picked up or it was on Independence. It looks like they're going down the field to set up the conversion attempt.
All right.
Face mask penalty by the Eagles going to be declined. We're going to go with the 43-yard touchdown run by Jalen Locklear.
Face masking
Free safety on defense.
will be assessed on the
3rd or
kickoff.
4th back off the bench on offense, and he takes it to the house.
So it brings the score to 32, Oakland 7, Independence.
And they have a late arrival onto this conversion team. Plenty of time, though, on the 30-second clock, so the play clock 25. When they tighten up that spread formation for Garrett Taylor's attempt.
And the kick is up. No good.
No good. I guess my eyes are failing me. I would have about.
I
thought he split it.
This is like the worst angle from where we're at up here, this vantage point, because I can't see through the neon.
Yeah. They are some brightly painted uprights and posts. Just a little touch up over the summer. Field looks great though. It's a beautiful night. You got some pink skies about to the northwest. So far, we had a sprinkler too, but rain might be all around us, but not here at Thompson Station.
So go ahead.
I was going to say, with Independence Athletics underway, I know the girls soccer team started out the year with a 7-1 win over John Paul
JP2?
II.
Yeah.
And tonight they're down in Chattanooga to take on another private school, Baylor School. Okay. I believe the Baylor School's most famous alum is Mr. Belding from Saved by the Bell.
Well, I mean, there you go.
Volleyball has been in action already, golf, and I believe cross country. So we're up in full swing here at Independence this
We are.
new school year.
Yeah, those fall sports start pretty quickly.
They start in the spring, it seems like. And another deep kickoff, unreturnable to the back third of the end zone.
End zone. Eagles will bring it out to the 20. 7:22 to go in the first half.
All right, so 7:22 on the clock. Independent's going to look to, again, move the chains, look for something positive to hopefully take into halftime. Cisco still out there. Many of the same, playmakers. I see Jackson off to his left. Collier in Sheffield in a twins formation, wide twins to the close side of the field, and a twin set to the top side. Cisco pumps once, and he looks like he's got, Sheffield long. He had Washington beat. Maybe Washington took the fake, but just out of reach. Cisco's not a bad ball, but maybe off of.
Just about a yard too far.
Yeah. Would have been a spectacular catch had he come down with it. So, not a bad play, but it does stop the clock, and there's no chain movement. So, 2nd and 10 from the 20. All right, so again, Jackson now to Cisco's right, and Collier motion. Across top of the backfield, he turns it up. Cisco looked, he was trying to set up a middle screen to Jackson, but wow. Number 31, the Oakland, whether down lineman, linebacker, Kobe Sloan, looks like he's a defensive tackle, 6'2", 225. He almost had 6 right in front of him.
Yeah, you gotta miss that guy.
Yeah. That just maybe maybe a little more ear on it, or just throw it at his feet if it's not there.
Once again, the clock didn't run on that play.
7:17 static on the clock. So it looks like Cisco rose to the right a little, and he's pressured, and he's taken down at his own 10. Pocket collapse. It was kind of like not a true rollout, but he had nowhere to go. He rolled right into some linebacker or cornerback, delay blitz, and nothing he could do about it. So Independence looking at it 4th and about 20. They'll be punting from their own end zone, and Oakland has pressured the Independence punts all evening. They might be going after this one. Yep. There they come. Got it off due time. Washington takes it at the Eagle 45, turns it upfield, and he is taken down at about the Eagle 36. Pick up about 9 on the.
Pretty good punt coverage on that play.
Yeah.
I think the punt team has done a very good job this evening, especially with how dynamic Washington is.
All right. And, 3 low punts. So the ball's getting to Washington in a hurry. Not much hang time. So with that line drive, not sky high kick, the coverage team is getting down there with what they're working with. All right, we have a stoppage right now. There's water on the field. The Patriots are huddled up on their knees on their sideline, and Eagle defense is talking it over on the field while getting some water. I don't know if there's any temperature protocol about water breaks, if this is one of those.
I don't think it's hot enough right now. I mean, just gauging it off of, because I do have to watch the heat index, especially in the later spring. But, there may be something, but
Yeah.
it's...
It doesn't feel it, and I don't pick up any timeouts left on the scoreboard if one was taken, or if one of the men in stripes tonight, directed the timeout sign to the Eagles, or
Maybe just need a little break,
yeah.
They wanted they hear some Deep Purple.
They are.
And it was like, you know what, let's talk about Zappa and the Mothers at Montreux. And
All right, well, we have Linnell with 2 in the backfield. Receiver out wide with the wing and a tight end on the right side. This time it's Wilson. He breaks the tackle in the backfield and stumbles forward for a decent-sized gain, 5 to 6. 2nd down, and we'll say a long 4, short 5. Tyrus Jackson will stop for the Eagles. All right, so it's a pick up of 5, 2nd and 5 for the Patriots. We're coming up on the 6-minute mark before halftime.
And the Eagles need to get a turnover or a huge stop here.
Yeah, a little positive leave the field defense with a good feeling. This is a handoff to the right. This is again Wilson. He's listed as a fullback, running back. He's 5'11", 220. I don't think he's center fielder much anymore.
No.
Oh.
He's
Yeah, Mookie Wilson, the baseball player, was pretty lean.
Yeah, he was the Mets stolen base threat back through the 80s.
He was pretty lean. He was a good
Yeah.
player. Multiple All-Star.
Yep. Known for dribbling through Bill Buckner's legs in the 86 World Series Game
Now,
6.
he was the one who scored the winning run, too, right?
No. I believe Ray Knight came around from second base.
You're right. But Wilson scored right before him?
No, Wilson hit the dribble.
Oh, Wilson hit the dribble, and then Ray Knight scored. Okay,
yeah,
you're
off
right.
the dribbler. All right, well, while we were discussing baseball, both of our teams, the Royals and the Mets, don't need to be discussed this year.
We can talk about 2015, though.
Well, maybe with your next host. The Patriots just had to pick up a 5 on the run. Looked like that was Wilson again. Now we have Myers back in the backfield, and he takes it right up the middle, and he runs hard, and he is carrying tacklers down to the Independence 5. He's just like almost untouched, or they just get a hand on him, and you can't arm tackle a big kid like that. Logan holds on for dear life and trips him up, and they have first and goal from the Eagles 6. 4 minutes and 45 seconds and counting down. At this point, the only thing that has been stopping pretty much the Patriots all night has been their own doing the penalties.
Yep. There was the one good defensive series for the Eagles, but right now the Patriots are just basically doing it.
Yeah. New quarterback, Victor Stevenson under center. And that's much needed, because if that was a fumble on the exchange or on the snap with the new quarterback in, the Eagles recover it. Whew, that was much needed, because, it would have really been if not the final nail, it could have been close to it had the Patriots put one in before half. All right, so the Eagles will take over deep in their own end. First and 10 from their own 5 with 4:19 to play. Positive, though, Patriots don't get into the end zone, and the Eagles could hopefully mount the drive of the final 4 minutes, or at least keep the Oakland offense off the field. Mm-hmm. All right, Cisco. This one goes to, I believe it's Sheffield, and Sheffield's met early on in the backfield. Not much, maybe one. Okay.
Pretty much just stopped right there. So.
Yeah. So, I think the scoreboard has them pick up a 1, 2nd and 9 from the 6. Okay, the offense is going to take their time. They're not in a rush to run more plays that might result in clock stopping or getting the ball back to the Patriots. All right, so Cisco's going to call the cadence with about 8 on the play clock. He's in the gun, flanked by 2 running backs. Looks like might have had a Patriot jump, encroach into the zone, so 5 yards for the Eagles. They are aggressive. They are trying to disrupt. They're going to try to guess the count.
Yeah.
And so far,
it's worked.
It's worked.
But that definitely plays to the Eagles there, because they needed to get some of those yards.
Yeah, I mean, now they have a 2nd and short, much easier on a run pass option, RPO, instead of just a straight run or straight pass against this Oakland defense. Cisco under center, takes the snap, and he is buried close to the end zone.
Yeah, you can't hold on to the ball that long.
No. So that 5 is lost, plus another 1 looks like another 3. So we're talking about a 3rd and 12 from their own 3. There's a danger zone.
Yeah. I was thinking of a Top Gun reference there, but I was struggling.
Men without hats. Safety dance.
Danger Zone's Kenny Loggins, right?
Yeah.
Oddly enough, he did not write that song.
All right, Collier's hit about the 6. He turns it upfield again. He's elusive, and Collier's out to the past the first down. Yeah.
And I think he made a little foot loose play there.
The throw itself wasn't, it was a long pass to the flat, about a, positive 3, positive 4. The yards he got was all Isaiah. They danced and, cut, and he made it past the chain. So Eagles move it with 2:07. Eagle first down, first and 10 at their own 23. Pickup of 20. Good job, Isaiah. All right. Cisco again, under center. Jackson to his right. Oh, wow. The whole Eagle line moved except for the most critical person, the center. That's going to be false start by the Eagles. Maybe Evan Blackburn playing center this year.
Odds are he had the count wrong, not everybody else.
Penalty on the Eagles.
Oh.
Still first down.
All right, so still first down, but again, first and long against the Oakland defense deep in your own end. Not what you want at this time. I believe, besides the face mask that was declined on one of the long Oakland touchdown runs, I believe that was the first Independence penalty of the evening that resulted in the loss of yards. All right, so first and 15, Jackson flanking Cisco. Here's a handoff to Jackson, and there's nowhere for him to go. He is met almost at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. The forward progress is going to be pretty much the line of scrimmage, but there was nothing there. All right, so now working at...
Seemed to be a little extracurricular after that play there. I was kind of watching the referees kind of talk down some of the talking on the field. Don't need to have that.
No, and especially with the implications or the consequences, of possibly ejection and sitting out games. Neither team could afford that this time of the season.
That and it's...
Here's Cisco, and again, he's smothered for probably about the 4th or 5th time tonight for a sack, and Oakland's going to call a timeout with 50 seconds left.
Timeout on the field, Oakland.
I think Oakland is. Do you think that they're trying to get the? I think they're trying to get a score before half here.
I think they're going to try to get a score before halftime.
Make up for those missed extra point opportunities.
Yeah. So they haven't changed the down. I believe we just ran a third down.
No, this is third down right now.
Okay, so this is 3rd and 15. 50 seconds to go before halftime. Right now, if you're Independence, you're hoping to get out of this half without any more damage. Except for the one drive this evening by your Eagles and, here and there, some stellar defensive plays. It's just been all Oakland. Again, this 2-year contract, Oakland's always good. I mean, like we said, that Rutherford County region, Riverdale, traditionally a powerhouse. Blackman, Oakland, Siegel, they've had down years last couple or two, but when Independence was coming into its own, Siegel was, a very good team. Smyrna.
Yeah, Smyrna's good.
Our first opponent in our opponent in our first state championship game that
quarterbacked
by Alec Heckman.
Sonny Gray.
Oh, we're talking Smyrna.
Yeah.
Right.
New York Yankee,
right.
Sonny Gray.
The Bronx isn't too high on him most of the time, I read.
No, they did not win that trade.
I think the last New York Post headline where he got lit up was Bummy Gray. All right, this handoff to Sheffield, and he possibly gets about 1, maybe 2.
And there's a flag.
Yeah, we have some pushing and shoving. and they throw a flag to stop it quick. Hopefully it is not a retaliation because I think the Eagle would have been caught. Hopefully it's a offsetting.
Or just against Oakland.
Yes. Oh.
Discussions.
There's a timeout. It's 43 seconds. All right. Dead ball, personal foul. Oakland.
Personal foul on the Patriots.
Dead ball, personal foul.
Eagles.
Eagles. Offsetting.
Personal foul on the Eagles. Penalties offset.
All right. I'm not going to say any numbers. We could see. We probably wouldn't say it either. Antics like that doesn't need to be called to attention. Just a little, heated exchange. It happens.
Yep.
What's the penalty or consequence if you slam your racket?
Point.
A point. Okay. Good to know.
Point first, game second.
Wow. Okay. What happens if you just get so mad and
Timeout, Oakland.
underhanded serve it over the fence? Have
Well,
you
if
seen
it's,
that?
I mean, if it's in play, but if you hit the ball on purpose, if you serve,
in anger.
well, if you serve an actual point over the fence and that you're actually in play, nothing.
Right.
But if you hit a ball bad and then you chuck one over the fence, and it depends on how malicious it is. First of all, I'd pull my player off the court.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it's point first time. But if it's horrible, then it's the match.
Murray, your punter for the Eagles. Washington back again. Line drive kick. It bounces at the 50. Washington's going to let it go, and luckily for the Eagles, it's a pretty good bounce. It takes the Patriots. They're going to start on their own 35 with 35 to go before half.
Punt team once again coming through.
Yes. All right, so, keep him out of the end zone.
That's the biggest thing
That's
right here.
the biggest thing.
Just try to get some stops.
All right, I mean, Oakland could either keep it on the ground. They've been successful from long distance on the ground. They could go up top. At this point, if they don't score, it really doesn't harm them one bit. All right, so Linnell is at quarterback, and he's flanked to his left by, looks like Myers, and doubles on each side. And he hits just out of the reach of number 6. Diving try by Justin Jefferson. Falls incomplete. 4 seconds off the clock, 2nd and 10.
So they're going for it.
Logan on the defense.
Logan there to break up the play for the Eagles. All right, that was just up the seam. 4, it looked like 9 routes. And in the same formation, except for now, this time the running back is flanked to Linnell's right. I want to say the Oakland receiver started early, but he didn't. No flag. 81 is stuck. All right. Woo! 71 for the Eagles.
Carter Runyon, number
Okay,
71
Carter
with the
Runyon
big stop.
licks number 81 for the Patriots after the catch. Dixon Luaju, 6'2", 170-pound receiver, moved the chain.
And nice defense there. I think that was Sheffield. Was it Sheffield with the tip, or was he? I can't tell
I
any of
believe-
these single-digit numbers.
And it's
TJ Sheffield getting
TJ
the
is
ball
over
for the
there.
defense.
Tipping it
My eyes are
incomplete.
not that bad yet. But
All right.
yeah, the goal just kind of goes together.
Yeah, so Sheffield breaks that up. 14 seconds, Patriot ball on their own 47. If they want to go for the end zone, they might have 1, maybe 2 plays left if they go in the air.
So that was a good job by the Eagles getting up to the line, getting a little bit of pressure, and then stopping that play.
Yeah.
So it's just one-on-one between the 2 Division I signees out there.
All right, here's Linnell. He throws to the flat. This time out of the reach of his receiver, 83, Derek Clark.
Pass intended for B.J. Connard.
Oh, Connor, 23. I thought that was an 83. Okay, Connor, who's touched the ball multiple times this evening. So we're looking at a 3rd and 10 with 11 seconds. I'm going to be surprised again. Throw it short over the middle. See if he can make a run after catch, maybe get out of bounds. To go into halftime. Let a playmaker try to make a play. All right, Linnell in the gun. Takes a snap. He's pressured.
Oh,
Trying to set up a screen. And he throws it into the feet of the intended receiver.
Pass incomplete from Linnell.
It's good defense there by the Eagles, not giving him a chance to connect on that screen.
Conard was the intended receiver, but the Eagles were in the Oakland quarterback's face, and he had nowhere to go but throw it at the feet of his intended receiver. So I believe this might be the first time this evening that we see the Patriot punter on the field.
One other time. We stopped him one other time, I believe.
Well, on an interception.
Did we get it? I thought we had him on downs. But you know what? Our statistician, Jared Grindstaff, is busy tonight. And so he's has athletic director duties with Coach Blade, our head AD, coaching.
All right, so there's a delay on the Patriots. Going to send them back 5 yards. So they'll be kicking from their own 42. The Eagles have nobody back.
Yeah, game on the Patriots.
Maybe looking for a fake. Possibly not chancing a muff with, the Patriots possibly recovering deep in the Eagle zone. Now
And Sheffield's going to go back.
Sheffield goes back. And he sails it over Sheffield's head. And he stops it like a wedge on a green. But
That was a great punt.
that is the half.
And that's going to bring the score. The Oakland Patriots 32 and your Independence Eagles 7. We'll be back with the second half. All right, welcome back. We're about ready to start the second half, and Oakland is up 32-7 over your Eagles. There is a slight sprinkle happening right now.
The wind has definitely picked up.
It has gotten a little bit chilly.
Yeah, the flags are pretty much straight off the masts. Are they masts or are they flagpoles? I guess on the ship.
I don't know. It's
all right. Well, the rain has started right for the second half kickoff.
love it. Let's do it. We got the bags and the cameras, and we're gonna fight our way through this.
Maybe it reminds you of the movie The Best of Time. Robin Williams.
Dennis Quaid.
It
went at Dennis Quaid.
Now Kurt.
Oh, Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
And there was a mascot that was like, Robin Williams. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, let's get back together. The high school team
Ugh.
play against the rival that replayed the game that they got beat. It rained. They ended up winning the game. Good movie.
And Robin Williams has to catch the ball. And,
Yeah.
it's great. Classic 80s sports fair.
Oh, yeah. All right, so Cisco in the shotgun with Logan to his left. Doubles by the Eagles. Cisco has it. He can't find anybody. He's just going to throw it out of bounds.
Wise play on that. Good blocking up front by the Eagles.
All right, so he gets rid of it. Nobody open. Kind of a coverage sack. He had some time, but just nowhere to go. So Eagles are going to 2nd and 10. Again, for the Eagles, halftime, what do you say? You're down 25. Oakland pretty much has dominated both sides of the ball.
I think you don't pay attention to the scoreboard, and I think you just execute. I think that you look at this like, make it as respectful as you can and play. Sheffield with a nice catch there.
Yeah.
And he's going to get taken down.
About a gain of 7. But those are the things. You're not going to have a MTV Rock and Jocks 25-point play. So do the things that you're going to have to need to do all year.
I miss Rock and Jock. The classic ones. With Jaleel White and Dan Cortez.
Oh, yeah, Dan Cortez. I miss remote control.
Well, I mean, we all do.
Colin Quinn got to start there, yeah.
Adam Sandler.
Sheffield now behind the gun.
And he's got and he almost broke it, but he's going to pick up a first down.
That's all right.
Adam Sandler got to start on that.
That's right,
Control.
So Sheffield, versatile. He takes a direct snap, takes it for about 6-7 yards, first down Eagles.
So kind of moving the ball here.
Yeah, and again, with the elements picking up, it may not be too conducive to throwing the ball, so try our luck on the ground. All right, so we have Cisco getting the signals in from Blade. Logan to his right in the gun. We got Jackson Campbell Wide out to the bottom of the field, and Sheffield and Collier, along with Becker, to the top of the field. Cisco fumbles the snap, and he is smothered.
Yeah, nothing happening there.
I don't know, wet ball, looked away, but the snap was there. He didn't catch it. So what was gained for that first down? The Eagles quickly lose about 7-8 yards. So it's going to be second and long, second about 17, it looks like, from their 31.
And that wind is picking up a little bit, and this is, it's got a little chilly.
BEP money, Bowser. We're going to cover the middle part of this ever?
You know what? Yeah, we'll see.
I think that should come out of athletic fund, regardless. All right, so, they have been all over the Independence middle screen.
And there's a flag on the play.
We do have a flag. 3 times it looked like it was going to set up, and that Oakland defensive line stopped in their tracks and played the quarterback. We have motion call on the Eagles. But if you are the Patriots, you will decline it and make it third in the same distance, third and long, instead of giving another play. Yeah, declined. So Eagles are looking about a third and again 17 from their own 26. Need some positive yards. They're going to be punting into a wind, it looks like, this time around. Or it feels like it, regardless.
A little bit of a crosswind.
Yep. And that's a handoff to Tyrus Jackson. And he maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Smothering defense.
The rain has seemed to stop a little bit.
Yeah, looking at the lights. No more of a fine mist. So Murray on to kick. He's been somewhat busy tonight, but his kicks have been effective. Washington dropping back deep for the Patriots. He hasn't had a chance to return, except for maybe one.
Yeah, it's been pretty good, and those two, actually, the coverage on those punts were really
been
done
covered well.
I think Oakland's trying to put a lot more pressure to get
That's
a block.
That's a low snap. He does pick it up. And over end, Washington takes it at his own 35, and he is quick. He gets to the outside, and he pretty much just has one man to beat the wall of blockers.
That's tough. And it looked like that there were some players, but just took a bad read.
Oh yeah.
And just until you're running with him, the speed is just.
From where he picked up the ball at the 35, he was at the 45. It looked like in about 3 steps. And
that was about your quickness back in the day, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen video. I see your football team, your intramural football team team picture you have up on the wall in your classroom.
It's a poster of a select.
It was a very, very good select team. The gold was it the gold select?
Extra gold.
Extra.
Yeah,
okay.
Extra gold.
Very
select.
good. Very good. And the kick is up, and this one is good.
Oof. It's not the start for the second half. The Eagles probably talked about in the locker room. So, 9 minutes, 9:01 to be exact, third quarter. 39, Oakland Patriots, 7 for the Independence Eagles. Quite a funny story as I walked my wife and my 2 daughters to the car at halftime so I could beat the rain and get home in a decent hour. My wife told me that my 2-year-old Blair picked up one of the pylons in the end zone and carried it away, and my wife thought, she goes, I put it back. She goes, but can you check if it's in the right spot? I said, it should be. She goes, well, I don't want us to get a technical. So
well, I mean, you are a basketball coach.
But I just said, Jennifer,
just let it go.
We're gonna have to talk about that on the air. I said
that's that reminds me of a story. I can tell a story about my uncle, who actually before my dad met my mom, my uncle was giving my dad a tour of the college campus, Bethel College in Newton, Kansas, and my dad was being recruited to play both football and tennis. And Ted, my uncle, not the sports enthusiast, was talking about the big football win and how the team ran out of the dugout and celebrated. And all right, here comes the return.
Returnable. This is Sheffield, and he's doing a lot on his own. He gets to the 20, and he's up the sideline, and he dives out to about the 37. It's a 37-yard return.
And Sheffield did a great job in making something happen there, and you just get him the ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's why he was highly sought. Coach Blade had said, in the preseason, here's a kid that's going to play 100% regardless of the score, regardless of the time in the game. So you saw it right there. Here's a still fight in Sheffield, and impressive return.
But it says a lot about your character. And we gotten to know TJ the last 4 years that he's been at ND, and taught his sister in class. And I tell you what, I nothing but high praise for him, both on the field and off.
And again, he's going to take a inside
that
handoff. No, that was
Collier.
Collier.
Yeah.
That's 6 in
I
that
think
too.
so, but once again, don't have my bifocals on.
Those single digits on these gold jerseys.
We need to talk to Scott about this.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the uniforms they have, nice Adidas uniforms.
They do. They are well geared up. This team. Tonight's uniforms remind me of possibly like a naval midshipman without the white helmets.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I do like that. Everybody always says Notre Dame, but I think we do go more of the midshipman.
Yeah.
Because of the green is non-existent.
And here's a handoff to Jackson. He powers through. He's keeping his feet going.
He is going to get a first down. I love to see that kind of run.
Good hard run by Tyrus. All right.
He's impressed me tonight.
Yeah.
And like facing a team not quite as big as Oakland, I think that he's going to be a tear.
Oh, I know.
I mean, he's picked up a good amount of yards tonight.
Yeah.
So we'll see. There's a lot of promise here. And I think that we'll definitely bode well in the district this year. Brentwood is not in our district, correct?
They still are, yes.
Are they?
In the all sports except for football, and there's that north-south split.
Yeah.
So
yeah. that's why they're not with us. So the teams that we have to play, because we have Summit.
Summit's in 5A though.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be the last year in 5A.
Yeah,
so
they got to be growing. But we are the largest school
in the county.
Yeah. The first time ever that's happened. And not going to get any smaller.
And I would say probably in 2 to 4 years, Nolensville will probably stay as low as the classification they can until they join us in this Wilco sports conference, as it's called today. I think Dixon wants out.
I think so too.
And the other non-football sports, Spring Hill High School has, I guess you could say, applied to get out, but it was denied this year.
Dixon did?
No, Spring Hill High. They are just over the limit.
And they 6A or our district,
or to get out, to go to, I guess, more of the Columbia Lawrenceburg. I guess it's a mixed 5A, 6A district. Here's Jackson with the handoff from Cisco. He powers up to the Oakland 40. We have a second and probably pickup of 3, so 2nd and 7. Okay. I tell you what, just their Oakland player is down, but with the ball on the near hash mark, just looking at the size of some of these Oakland players, it's I mean, you could argue NAIA college level of some of the size, especially looking in the roster.
Yeah.
They're covered with these 6'2", 220s, 6'3", 250s.
Yeah, they don't have any 6'6", 280s, but the Independence media crew does. They always said I'm built like a football player, but I tell you what, I was not a football player.
Well, this is a physicality I don't think Independence really sees on this.
No.
This county doesn't play this brand of football.
No,
more spread.
we're more the Big 12,
Yeah.
and I would say Rutherford County is more the SEC.
Yeah.
And occasionally you'll have a Big 12 team that can just put up more points.
Right.
But the size is a little bit different.
Oakland and Ravenwood played in the Jamboree last week up at Nolensville. I guess one half of it, and the other half was in Rutherford County. I guess might have been at Siegel. And Ravenwood, the I guess you could say possibly consensus pick for region champs preseason here in Williamson County. They and Oakland played to a 10-7 game in the Jamboree. Oakland kicked a field goal in the last couple seconds of the second quarter. They only play a half. You know, it's preseason. You know, it is what it is.
You're not going to give anything away.
Right. So, but Brentwood has a lot back. Centennial's always very, dangerous. Independent's supposed to, again, with the athletes and some of the experience returning. It's on a given night, I guess, in this region, watch out. Anybody can beat anybody. All right, so Cisco back under center after the little injury timeout. Jackson to his left. He takes the snap low, rolls to his left, and he throws low. Good thing he did because Collier was covered. Free safety number 3 for the Patriots broke on Collier on the play. So we have a 3rd and 7. We're from the Oakland 40. What do you think? Is it 4 down territory? Or
Well,
do you drop them deep?
You have to score points.
Yeah.
It's like, so you basically decide whether or not you're playing for possession or you're playing for points. I think at this point, you got to make that decision.
Yeah. So it looks like we're going kind of heavy to the right side. Sheffield left. Collier in motion. He went one-on-one.
And overthrown.
That falls in. It was in
This goes past intended for Sheffield.
kind of, trying to maybe lull the Patriots. Hey, they're going right with the motion and how the formation was to set up a one-on-one with Sheffield, but ball went long out of bounds. So Independence will look to kick it away. Hopefully, maybe a muff, maybe make them go long field.
Yeah.
We have 6 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Murray gets the snap, no pressure this time, and he goes for the corner, and he doesn't get quite close to it.
About the 20.
Yeah, they're going to mark it at the 20. So, the unorthodox, somewhat of a touchback, but I think he wanted a little better, to position it out of bounds within the 10. So here comes the defense for Independence back onto the football field. This is what I see. I see 1 or 2 run in and pretty much a lot of the offense staying playing defense. And that has not been, the independent teams of the past.
Yeah.
Now the student section's still into it.
Yeah, I got to give it to them. They are still fired up, and got to love the school spirit.
Justin Jefferson takes the handoff just like to start the first half, except a different result. First half, he went the distance.
He went for speed.
First play, second play of the series. He dropped for a loss of 1. So good start for the Independence defense for Oakland's true first offense possession. And remember, they took the punt back when Independence got the ball to start the half. They're 2nd and long. This is a handoff to Myers, who busted up the middle, and he is close to first down. I guess he's going to be about 2 short.
Quite made it, but
yeah, good run. You got about 9, maybe 10.
Looks like got another quarterback possibly warming up on the sideline over here.
That's Campbell. We haven't seen last year's number 2, Kobe Creed. And he was a game changer. He came as the running quarterback. A little change of pace. We have yet to see his name tonight.
Number 13, Victor Stevenson on the carry for the Patriots.
Look around, in the Eagle teams of the past, you would have the whole offensive line pretty much off the field talking up with their coach. And I don't really see, except for maybe one or two linemen. I guess the other two linemen are needed to play some D.
Yeah.
So not the one-way players as of old. I know I'm harping on that, but yeah, that makes a big difference.
It does.
All right, here's a 1st and 10. This is a little, lead play to Myers.
For the Eagles.
Getting some stops here and getting,
Clock's
doing a little bit better. I mean, both teams are more tired than they were at the beginning, but doing a good job of stopping that run.
This is pick up about 6, 2nd and 4, 3:40 and counting. I think Oakland's probably saying, all right, let's keep it basic. Let's not do, give things away. Let's just, do what people expect us to do. Here's a sweep off to the left. Oh, almost caught in the backfield. And he's still up on his feet.
He's going to pick up a 1st down.
Yeah.
Myers on the carry.
Myers broke the initial hit in the backfield. I think that was possibly Becker from a safety spot, but he got through that tackle and struggled to get the 1st down.
Just having troubles finishing off those plays.
Yeah. We're high on some big guys in the open field, and that's not very good for the smaller defensive backs. All right, so Linnell with chips to his right, Washington down to his left. Looks like he's going to drop back. He was looking for a tight end. Oh, right off his fingertips. He was looking for the closest man on the trips. That was number 25, Tim Pinnell, 5'9" junior. First time we saw his name tonight. Just out of his reach. Could have been a big hitter if complete. So Eagles avoid potential big play there. 2nd and 10. The Patriots will face from their own 44.
And I think, I have a feeling we're going to see more runs here just because of, I think that Oakland has sustained a couple injuries and some players that are banged up. So I bet you they're going to try to get this game kind of moving a little bit.
Yeah, and you might even see some new guys being their names called, subs, and just doing basic items, Wow, look at the drive by that Oakland lineman. Oh, that was a big run. It might have been Myers. Can't see. I think we have some tangled players within pads or helmets, but that was number 25. Let's see, Tim Pinnell, junior running back, probably first time running the ball. So he was led by big lineman number 63, Lionel Patterson, 6'1", 230 senior, who just led him to 10 yards down the field. All right, so 1st and 10 for the Patriots, 2:30. This is a quick fullback dive right through the first tackle. Couldn't wrap him up in the backfield. Good hit, just got to make that play.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're just outsize us. I mean,
Collier on the stop for the Eagles.
Collier's not a big player, but
he'll mix it up. He's tough, but man, you're asking a lot of that.
And he does a good job sticking with it. Stops him for not a huge gain, but still 7 yards.
All right, so 2nd and 4. Shotgun formation now for Oakland, and a little movement. Or was it a delay? Too many men? Broke the huddle, too many men? I'm just throwing them out there.
Hey, I think it's illegal shift.
Okay.
I was going to go with illegal shift. I think you may have been right.
Illegal substitution?
All right, Jay.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
It's a good call. I mean, I like you probably counted everything out.
I just figured I saw a guy run off kind of late. Maybe they broke the huddle with 12, and he wasn't supposed to be out there. So, seems like the negative yards that Oakland gets, it's their own doing, not so much the Eagles forcing them back. All right, so Linnell hands it to the right to Pinnell. And Pinnell gets about everything that they lost almost back to the first down. We're looking at third and
short here.
Short.
Myers on the carry.
Oh, that was Myers, 26-25 again. I don't want to take out the binoculars, but I think I'm going to have to.
Down 1 for the Patriots.
Yeah.
All right, so 3rd and 1.
Coming down to about a minute left in the third quarter.
All right.
So spreading them out a little bit here. I feel them just go straight up the middle. And
they took him
go
upfield,
right
and there is nobody there. Touchdown, Oakland Patriots.
Touchdown.
So that's with 48.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And that's the 35. That takes them over the 35-point running clock threshold,
Right.
which I have a feeling is what Oakland was kind of going for to try to
Right.
get this game kind of moving.
Maybe they know that there's some weather approaching.
There's definitely more of a chill
Yes.
in the air.
Explanation point possibly. Before they sub in, you get them again. Really, that was just their first offensive series in the third quarter. Second.
They already.
Okay.
This is the second touchdown they scored.
Well, the first one was a punt return.
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe he said, hey, we're going to go out with the starters, a good series, and then let's start getting some reserves in. So
Could be
if
right.
that's it for the Oakland Stars tonight. Quite impressive by the team from Murfreesboro. All right, so 48.4 to go in the third quarter. And the Oakland Patriots are up big on the Independence Eagles, 46-7.
And we'll see if Independence does some substitutions themselves, because with our rival coming up next week, you definitely want to go in as close to 100% as possible. And it does not look like that this game is within reach anymore.
No, I mean, now it's like, hey, let's get some people experience. Let's get them some playing time. Let's keep some of our ones we're going to need down the line safe, unhurt. And because after Summit, Centennial, and then Hillsboro, another quality opponent.
Yep.
So it's a tough schedule. CPA's on it. They're picked strong in the Division II level.
Yeah, but that's what you schedule. I mean,
Right.
You don't want to just schedule nothing, because you can have a good record, then you get in the playoffs.
And the
you're
thing
done.
is, teams that know Independence past success don't want to play us.
Right.
That, even if we're down, they think, hey, that's still going to be a tough game. So we're not really getting cupcakes that say, hey, we'll play you. And here's the kick, and with this win, it's going to go straight through and going to be touched back by.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the quarter, because with the running clock, unless they get this play off quickly.
And it looks like we might have a change in quarterback. Is that a single number out there? Is that Creed? Oh, no, Jackson Campbell. Okay. Jackson Campbell. I was looking at Kobe Logan as number 3.
And that's going to wind us down. That's the end of the third quarter with that running clock. It's going to start moving quickly. 46 on Oakland and 7 for Independence.
Well, any plans for the first true weekend of the school year?
It's the 1-month birthday of my daughter tomorrow. So, but honestly, with 2 kids that are that young, probably just kind of hang out, a little bit. Nothing, not too much going on.
Well, life has changed for both of us since we first met 11 years ago.
Yeah, it's
12 years ago.
12. Yeah, this is my 12th
This
year.
is my 13th. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, 12 years in, definitely a little bit different.
I'm in the the fall semester of my teaching career, it looks like. Looking at the finish line of around the third turn.
I'm coming about the holiday break.
I am
I'm
looking
about
at 10 years,
it would
maybe.
be the spring semester.
Spring semester,
Yeah, yeah. See, I'm like the winter. I'm the second quarter. You're I've never put it in those terms before.
If you say 30, if you say 30 and or 32, and you're 2/3 of the way there, that tape is the finish line is.
So have you done 20?
This is starting my 23rd.
So first year you did was
First 10.
96, 97.
Yeah.
See, once again, I graduated class of 96. So you were close. You were close to teaching me.
Now, if this broadcaster wasn't such a knucklehead out of college, he might be at year 26. No rush for that job, though. No rush. Jackson Campbell now taking the snaps, and he's got a keeper. And with the fake, he turns it upfield, and he's got good yardage, about 8. Okay. Looks like a lot of new numbers, new faces out on the Oakland defense. Besides Campbell, now taking the snaps from for the Eagles. Still a lot of subs by Independence, but they do play a lot. Running a lot of receivers on offense, and even exchange some linemen tonight. So.
And you want to give your new quarterback a chance with some of the number ones,
right?
Because that's good. That's good experience.
Yeah, very good point. All right, so here we go. Campbell, sophomore. I know he also plays basketball for the Eagles. All right, nice fake. Good job by Campbell. And he takes it himself up to about the 42. About a 13-yard gain. All right, good job, Jackson Campbell. Love the quarterback number 39. Is that Larry Zonka?
One of the best names.
All Jackson Campbell needs now is that horseshoe ring over his nose on his helmet.
What's his name for the Browns? The dude that had the one good year.
Oh, I remember they had the backfield of Biner and Mack.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about early 2000s or 2005, 2006.
Yeah, he was a fantasy.
Yeah, he was a juggernaut for 1 year. He made the Madden cover.
Well, there's Campbell again. Fake inside. Reads the end, cuts it up. About a gain of 8. All right, so Jackson Campbell, he's going to have some decent ground stats if this stays as it goes. All right, so we have now crossed over into Oakland half of the field.
And this quarter just started moving quick.
Yeah, we're at the 9:40 mark and counting because of the running clock aspect. All right, so we have second and about 2, possibly a short 3. Campbell's under center in his own 45 into the ball, and this is a handoff, and that's a good run.
There we go.
All right. Hey, I think they read Campbell to keep. And Bixby. Okay, number 33, first time he's carried the ball this evening. Bixby runs it hard, and another Oakland player down on the field. Wow. That was a strong gain of about 8 or 9 there, and he punished a would-be tackler. That's good for Bixby. Okay. So, injury stops it right at 9. The only thing that will stop it will be either an injury as such or an independent score.
Yeah.
So far,
but there's a stoppage for change of possession. Anytime there's a change of possession and injury.
What about do-overs?
There's no mulligans in football.
Okay. I thought maybe, if you're throwing it and it hits the power lines across the field. In the back
no, we're not playing at the Trop.
Oh, okay. Or what if it hits the car on the side of the road, the parked car? That's street football. That's we used to do it in Connecticut.
Yeah, see, I never did that.
Okay. All-time quarterback.
Kansas, you didn't play in street football. You played basketball.
Okay. That season's coming up too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know.
Xavier's got a new coach this year.
Yeah.
UConn, new coach.
New coach.
Is it Hurley, right?
Hurley from Rhode Island, yeah.
Should be good.
Your other team, Wichita State, they lost 4 of their top 6. The AAC is only looking potentially, they say, as a 1-team bid this year. They don't think UConn could be there yet. They don't
Wichita State, no.
They don't think Cincinnati, Houston, or Wichita State, all to the tournament last year, have enough. They say Central Florida is the front runner. Yes, I know. Independence. Little rock, little
the Big
movement.
East, I have to tell you, the Big East is, I think, is back. It's not quite to when it had like 80 teams in it, but.
No, I don't think it's ever left. It's just changed teams.
Yeah, I think
it's always been formidable basketball.
Yeah, but it's good from top to bottom too.
Now, are they always going to play in New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, there was a stat that came out as we digress a little bit when the game is kind of in hand here, but the attendance for the Big East averages more than any other conference tournament that's up there. So it's still a good draw.
Oh, yeah. It's exciting. I mean, here's Campbell. He keeps it around left side. Puts his head down. Gets about
Jackson
5.
Campbell with the run.
Okay, so the penalty yards is erased on Campbell's run. And we're under 8.5. We're going to go to 2nd and 10.
Folks, want to give a shout out to the Independence Eagle volleyball team for competition earlier today where they beat Oakland and Central Magnet. Again, congrats
Okay,
to the
so
volleyball.
on the volleyball court, Independence best.
New coach again this year.
Okay.
I cannot remember his name, but he's from. But I know that they're on the way up again. Former state champion team. This is the second team championship we had at Independence. The first being girls golf. Another good run.
Bixby, it looks like. Handoff from Campbell. Positive yards, about 8.
Ethan Pickering on the carry for the Eagles.
Pickering, excuse me. Ethan Pickering.
I'll forgive you. I think the wind got your roster.
Got my Independence roster somewhere down in the stands.
Somebody grabbed it.
All right, 7.5. Again, no rush. This is all to get better to execute. Oh, they don't throw the flag. It could have been maybe 2 in motion. He holds his ground. 31 for the Patriots. Almost had Pickering in the backfield, but broke that tackle, and they did drop a flag. And I believe they're going to call illegal motion or shift, 2 men in motion.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think the Patriots will decline that penalty. Yeah.
The Eagles shift on the Eagles.
Make it a 4th and about a long 4. All right. Campbell stays in. Okay, we got trips to the high side of the field and 1 receiver down low. Pickering to the backfield. He is faked handoff. Campbell, they all over the fake, and he has nowhere to go. Ends up losing, or maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, and the Eagles going to turn over in downs with 6:20 and running.
Here, Eagles turn it over on down.
Volleyball-wise, kind of ironic, because I looked for the Oakland coach here tonight. I didn't know they were playing us.
Oh, really?
The Oakland coach was probably about 5 years old when I started my teaching career in Manchester, Tennessee. And her parents were, her mom was the school nurse, and Caitlin Thornton was one of the ball girls of the football team. And now she is the volleyball coach at Oakland High School. So no wonder why I didn't see her tonight when I walked around pregame. They had a match against Independence. Yep. Got some Oakland fans trying to make a flag run around, and probably not going to turn out too well. Looks like 3 members of the Oakland freshman class. trying to maybe gain some favor with some upperclassmen. I don't even know if they're noticed. Oh, no. That would happen to be not Oakland. And the high school antics are getting broken up. I believe that the good-natured fun will be put an end to as the snatch the flag game will be put to the end by the IHS administration.
Good.
Probably no, all in good fun, but
Yeah, but it's just not really. You don't need to do that.
high school football coach said the trouble starts out as fun. All right, so
Hey, folks, now's your chance. Half-price burgers and cheeseburgers now at the concession stand.
5 minutes and counting. Wholesale changes by the Oakland offense. And
Got some clean uniforms on the independent side as well.
yeah, it's kind of been a long night, maybe an eye-opening night to play such a physical, well-coached, experienced football team.
Yeah.
You're picked number one in the mid-state out of 129 teams, all classifications, and then you were arguably picked number one in the state out of 300 plus.
Yeah.
So
For the Eagles, taking down quarterback number 13, Victor Stick.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see Oakland playing in Cookeville.
in December.
Jones helping out also.
Now they do have the track that goes through Maryville, though, East Tennessee, which that stopped Oakland's season last year.
Yeah.
In the semifinal, like we had said earlier.
Patriots.
So, just under 4 minutes. Third in about 10 for the Patriots at their own 35. And we have, I believe, a whistle. I think we had some movement. Oh, delay of game by the Patriots. Play clock went, so take it back 5. 3rd and 15, make it a little more difficult for these new Patriots.
Lay a game on the Patriots, backs them up 5.
All right. It's a quarterback keeper by 13, and he's going to turn it upfield. Oh, we got some flag behind the play, but big gain. Oh, we got 2 flags now. Late hit, I know, downfield after the play, and we have a hold at the line of scrimmage by Oakland. I would say that Independence will probably take the more damaging of the 2, the late hit, and send it back further. But it was, maybe the run was there due to the hold, but the backup quarterback is quite the speed.
Yeah.
He turned it up and went.
That's for sure. Yeah, I tell you what, though. Well, Jay, as we only have about 2.5 minutes remaining here, if the clock keeps on going like this, I wanted to thank you for stepping in tonight
It's no
and
problem.
For coming up here and talking a lot. I'm a little bit worse for the wear today because of not too much sleep last night, full day of teaching, kind of get you going. But I do want to shout out to all my students that helped out tonight and former students as well. And just every single time, it's just so lucky. Wow, that was a pretty big penalty.
Yeah.
Always just so lucky to have such dedicated students, and it's something to be said about the student body at Independence. They're always they're just a ton of great kids, and just lucky to teach here.
Yeah, I mean, it was a blessing to 13 years ago have this job, new school open up because
Met your wife?
met my wife. Great academics, great staff,
Great athletics, great arts.
administration. Oh yeah. So, well, Coach Balzer, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for the invite to shake off the rust and come up here after a year or 2 hiatus. Miss it here and there.
Hey, you know, it's always. I tell you what, we always do a few games a year. I know we will not be covering the Summit game because WCTV's Game of the Week will be here, and this week. So with 1 minute remaining, Oakland's going to punt, and they're going to take a little time off.
Rugby style.
Punt, and TJ is going to let this one go, and this is going to pretty much do it probably.
Yeah. So Independence change of possession. They're not stopping it.
No.
Nope. I would say if we get a play, but very impressive outing by the Oakland Patriots.
And it looks like we're just going to miss the rain because it feels like it's about ready to hit right now.
Daunting opponent by the Eagles. We'll have to regroup, re-gear because next week you have the Battle of Thompson Station, Spring Hill. Yeah. The border war.
Yeah,
here at Eagle Stadium next week when the Eagles take on Summit High School.
All right, so as we have the last play, it's going to be a handoff, and that's going to wrap it up. And so the final score is the Oakland Patriots 46, the Independence Eagles 7. Thanks, Clint. Appreciate it.
All right, Coach Bowser, have a safe ride back to Nashville.
Will do.
Good night.